Guys, it's Sarah and today is BookList Thursday. This is a video series I do with my friend Lindsay over at Lindsay's Little Library. And every Thursday we bring you some sort of list or book topic that we feel like talking about for the week. And this week we are talking about authors that we would like to try in 2023. So these are going to be new to us authors we've never read from before. I tried to pick authors that I have multiple books of theirs on my shelves. I think there's only one where I only have one book, but I'm very interested in all of his books. So, but I only own one physically. So, but I still want to try him. So that's where we're going to go with this one. Okay, first up is an author that I have a couple of her books, and one of them is actually one of my 5-star predictions, so I'm definitely reading her next month, and that is Taryn Fisher. So I have Mudvayne, and I also have The Wives, and I have The Wrong Family on my shelves as well. I'm just really interested in her writing to see what it's all about, because I follow her on Instagram. I really, really like her posts and her humor, and I really just am drawn to her, definitely. And so I want to see what her writing is like. And this one is a self-published book. So it's going to be a little bit darker from what I'm hearing than her more recent releases, because this is something she could take whatever liberties she wanted to, versus being traditionally published. You have a little bit more oversight on what you're writing and publishing. So this is where I'm going to start. We'll see what happens, but I've always been intrigued by her. Okay, so this is the one where I only own one of his books physically, and I just recently bought it, and that is John Mars. So I bought the one, and this is the book that so many people are talking about, and I want to see what it's all about and see what it is. I am also interested in his other works. I've seen some rumblings about some of his other books, and just that he's a really good author. And so I need to get on board and see what I think of him as well. But this is definitely the one that I would start with for sure. And yeah, I'm just really interested. Okay, this next one. I have so many of this author's books. So many. I might have all of them. Actually, I think I might have all of them. And that is Kate Morton. I'm pretty sure I have all of her books on my shelves, you guys. And I haven't read a single one. Not a single one. I picked this one because this was gifted to me from Krista from our Christmas book exchange last year. And like, if I am going to get started on her, I would start with Christmas book exchange. I also have one that Lindsay sent me a couple years ago too. So like those two would be the ones I start with because they're on that cart. But I'm just really interested in her. She is a historical author. She also combines historical fiction with mystery, which I find very intriguing. And I just want to see what it's all about. I've heard really great things about her writing and her books. People seem to love it. So I need to see if I love it too. Okay, next one is Fiona Davis. This one in particular, I have a couple of Fiona Davis's books, but this one has been talked about recently on a couple of channels that I watch. Lindsay recently read this and really liked it. She also sent me this for book exchange a couple years ago, and it just started popping up, and I was like, oh, I have that. I've had that for a while, and now I'm like really interested in picking it up because people have been talking about this book in particular and saying that they really loved it. So this is another historical fiction author, and if I'm watching somebody who really likes historical fiction as a whole and they talk about this one in positive light, that gives me hope that it's going to be really good. And last but not least, we're going to go with a fantasy, and that is Joe Abercrombie. I would like to get started on the First Law series. There are a couple of different trilogies in this series, so this is kind of where you start. This is the first book in the first trilogy. So I want to see what this is all about. I've heard really, really good things about Joe Abercrombie's books from people who really read a lot of fantasy, like their main reading is fantasy books. So getting high praise from a fantasy reader, again, gives me hope that this is going to be really good and where it's at. So I would like to give Joe Abercrombie a try and see what I think. Okay, guys, that is it. Those are 5 authors that I have multiple books from on my shelves, and I would really like to give them a try this year and see what I think. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you read any of these authors? If you have, what are your favorite books by them? Because I could very well have those on my shelves too. Let me know that down below, and make sure you go check out Lindsay and see which authors she wants to try out in 2023. I'm really excited to see who she has her eye on. And we will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.